Hello everybody and welcome live. We are in the Salford Stadium here at Lichfield in Birmingham. This is the finals of the inaugural Ladbrokes Players' Cup. Now this all began back in April of this year, and from 4 destinations, London, Birmingham, Manchester, Glasgow, come the 4 teams we're going to be seeing in the semi-finals in just a moment. And the final and the boss game all coming out. Overall 480 teams played over 2,500 games, and it all comes down to this venue here in Birmingham today to find out who is going to be taking home this cheque for £20,000 plus the opportunity to play against some real Premier League legends of yesteryear. Right, we're going to see then, first up, the opening team who are going to be taking part in this first semi-final. Let's get a look then at the Scorpions. Look out for Nahir there for the Scorpions, who had a fabulous qualifying. 7 goals he scored. Now they are going to be up against EBT 5. So there we are, that is the lineup for the first of the semi-finals here. The sun has just come out. Maz is alongside me. You've been out, well, been here all day so far. We've seen the group stage. We've seen some great play out here today.
Yeah, it's been incredible. I've been very lucky that I've actually been watching these throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah.
So I've seen some incredible teams. I'm really looking forward to it, and the calibre has been incredible today.
Yeah, what the mood amongst the players coming here today to compete for £20,000. They're going to be going home tonight with a huge cheque. You can see the adrenaline pumping. You can see them desperate to get out there and win.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, look, with 20k on the line, I think a lot of people will be doing all they can to win that prize money. So the intensity is incredible. What
was it the team from Scotland said when you asked them? You said, "Hey, what are you going to do if you win 20 grand?"
Yeah, 20 grand. Yeah, they said they're going on a night out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who wouldn't have a great night out for 20k?
Absolutely fabulous. The format: 15 minutes. And a penalty shootout.
Correct,
that is it.
Level.
And we've seen penalty shootout already here today as well.
In the quarterfinals,
adding even more to the drama at the moment. On the boss team, because these guys do not only win 20 grand, but they also win the opportunity to play against Ali Adier, Laurel, William Gallas, I've seen around there, Paddy Caddy, and Clinton Morrison is always it. This is a great moment.
Incredible. I was actually chatting to Gallas and Morrison outside, and they've assured me that they're going to take it easy on those players. However, Gallas said he'll put a few tackles. So
he's really never taken it easy on anybody.
Exactly. He's played in Champions League. He's played at the highest level. But I think Ladbrokes Players' Cup comes close.
I've heard them all talking about Arsenal's summer transfer window and the fact that they're spending big money on right. And all I could hear in the background was saying, yeah, they could be spending 120, 130 million, but they're never going to be an invincible.
Incredible stuff.
As you see, the teams lining up, just getting ready to get this game underway. And as we said, we have 2 games.
Yeah, we've got this other semi-final being played right now. I believe between 2 of the teams here. So we've got 2 games at once, I believe.
Well, as you can see, the action comes pretty thick and fast here, and some of the rules you've got to be aware of, because for different variations of the 5-a-side game, there are different rules here. And it's nothing akin to futsal. If you're a watcher of that game, then these rules are very, very different. You've got to keep a goalkeeper out there at all times. And remember, nothing above head height, no use of the head. Time and space very much at a premium. And literally, there's no time to dwell on the ball. The biggest mistake you can make as a player here is following the ball. Yeah. Basically, no, if you follow the ball, you're leaving space behind.
Yeah, I've noticed that with these games, there's definitely a lot. You have to be very tactical. You have to be very smart with this kind of stuff. Using the backboards, and it's not like an 11-side game where you can just do what you want. I think it's really key that you have this being played in a certain way and being smart about it as well.
EBT in the blue here against the Scorpions. In the so it's Scorpions in the blue. So again, don't forget, you can use these boards either down the side or behind the goal.
I think you have to be really smart about how you use it. I think that's the big difference here, is how tactical you have to be about using those boards, and also just no big challenge. We've seen a few challenges coming in here, but like you said, with one of the rules, you can't have any slide tackles. So I think that's really, there's really key differences here from the 11-side game to the 5-a-side game, as we can see.
Well, as we know, time is short here, very short in possession of the ball. Concentration needs to be at a maximum here. And as the time goes by, the risks in possession get greater and greater. But the biggest danger that you can take is to actually take no risk whatsoever.
No, 100%. I think because of the it's being the semi-final stage, 0-0. It's always going to be tight and cagey. I think we need to, make sure that both teams don't let anything go early on. And I think it's really key that we settle in that respect.
Still waiting for the breakthrough goal here.
Yeah, it's very tight, very cagey. I think both teams basically don't want to lose this, but of course we will go to penalties if the scores are level. Sorry. And
the let's also add here that the playing surface is unforgiving. This ball can bounce and move around.
100%. Yeah, no, it's very unpredictable, the pitch, the conditions as well. But I feel like they now should be well versed. I think they've played enough games now to know what the pitch will be like. And we'll see. And like I said, a few challenges still going in here, but very cagey, very tight.
Tell you something, in the quarter-final, we saw some very, very physical games going on.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's one of those 5-a-sides. I think it's so much more physical than the 11-side game. I think you see that because it's such a tight area, there's small spaces for people to basically just throw their weight about. And I think if you're very physical presence, I think you do very well in this kind of conditions.
Yeah, no sliding tackles. Remember, no body checking. Referees have done a really good job in this tournament here today. The pressure and the stakes, remember, very, very high indeed. Still waiting for this first breakthrough in the opening semi-final here. The Scorpions in the blue and EFS in the orange shirts.
Good feet there.
Yeah, right in front of the referee. Free kick has been given. Remember, the keeper cannot come out of that area. If he does, he's in danger of giving a penalty away. You can see the weather. We said the sun's come out, but there is a lot of wind around here.
Yeah, Birmingham have come as the windy city today. And I think it could play a part in the game. Let's find out. See if the ball starts moving a little bit.
Yeah,
it could be
absolutely.
Tough for the goalkeepers.
Well, there you can see making the angle almost impossible to get a shot directly through.
I'm also interested to know why they're allowed so close. So surely there should be a rule of a couple of yards at least to give them a chance to.
And again, nothing doing. Transition though slow.
Yeah, the game's a very slow pace at the moment. I feel like one of the teams needs to take the initiative here. I feel like they're both playing at a very slow pace. It's not really doing any favours.
Well, this is it. As we move closer and closer to the final few minutes, you begin to wonder again, and how many times we've had that conversation down the years, are they going to end up taking their chance on a penalty shootout?
Yeah, it's always a lottery, I think, penalty shootout. So I don't think any teams want to let it go down to that. You can see, one penalty miss and you're out. And you've lost the 20,000. So I think it's really key that one of these teams takes the initiative here and really grabs the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, again, as we said, the biggest risk they could possibly have is not taking any risk here. But so far, it's been a containing game for the Scorpions.
Long strike there from number 2.
And this is where the forwards have got to be very, very alive here, because if that ball comes back off a rebound, they can play it, they can keep it in play, they can go in and score. Exactly,
it's relentless. It's never a moment to really ponder, I don't think, in this game.
Just beginning to come out of their shell a little bit here, the Scorpions. Keeper only rolls the ball, can't play it out with his feet. Again, looking for any movement, and you can see the outstretched palms there, as if to say, where do you want me to go with this?
I think, Tim, it's going to be interesting to see if either team gets frustrated as well by the lack of chances. Will they change the way they play? Will they change approach? So I think it'll be very interesting to see how they contain this game.
Yeah, it's an interesting plan, this, from the Scorpions, if it was to come out and just let EBT come onto them and try and hit them on the break. But they've looked quite comfortable in possession, EBT, but playing from a very, very deep position here, they're not going to create too much in the way of a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, it's a very slow game, this. I feel like we need something to spark this game into action, whether it's a big chance, a big tackle even, something I think we need.
Yeah, we had a little bit of drizzle earlier on, and that surface got very, very slick.
Yeah, it's a very, like you said earlier, the conditions here are very interesting with the pitches, and also, like you said, the wind as well coming into play. So we're interested to see how these teams deal with that.
Gets good pressure this from EBT, keeping Scorpions pen right inside their own half. Look, the better team at the moment, EBT, even when they haven't got the ball.
Yeah.
Scorpions aren't getting players up in anywhere near the numbers they need to support.
Yeah, I feel like EBT are definitely controlling the game now a bit more. They're definitely passing it very well. They're keeping possession, but just not creating chances. I think that's the key thing here. They haven't really had any clean-cut chances, which is what you need to score goals. That sounded like Michael Owen.
Go man, stay switched on. And what?
So EBT.
Yeah, Arjun here with a free kick.
Again, using those balls. You've got to be careful they get gang up on those balls. See the position of the referee watching very, very closely in there. It does get a little bit feisty.
Like you said earlier, the 20 grand prize, I think it's got everyone. Here we go.
Looked like a late challenge then.
From, Jesus there with a bad tackle, it looks like here. And a free kick in a very dangerous position.
This could be a key moment here.
Is he going to get the sin bin as well? Because that can be key. Going down to 4 men.
2 minutes out on sin bin or a red and you're off.
Correct, yeah.
And out of the competition.
We saw one of the teams go down to 4 and they conceded straight away. So I think it's really key that they keep all their players on the pitch.
As Anwar, who's got the ball, and getting a talking to is Jesus. Here it is. Let's have a look at the challenge here. Left right over him. Knew exactly what he was doing.
I think it's one of the easiest decisions the referee's going to have today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, he was lucky there to get away without picking up a yellow card.
Definitely. I think he should have at least got a sin bin there. It was a pretty bad tackle in that respect.
Dylan's going to lay it off here. The angle opened up momentarily there for Aris. Or Ari, rather. He was the one of the players we talked about in the qualifiers. Who was banging in goals left, right and centre. How he could do with banging one in now. Ooh. And again, good work that time.
And there we go. Full time whistle's gone, I believe.
Well, it's a game of very few chances. Little to choose between them. I would imagine that EBT would be the one, or the team that was slightly more disappointed. Had most of the possession there. Scorpions, I've got to say, they looked like they had a plan. Was to get it to penalties, almost from the opening minute here.
No, definitely. I feel like I don't feel like either team really took the initiative in that game. I feel like, as you mentioned, EBT probably the stronger side, but they didn't really create many clear-cut chances, to be honest with you. And then Scorpions, themselves not creating much either, apart from that late free kick we had, which didn't really amount to much. But now, here we go. We go to penalties now, which is going to be incredible to watch. Yeah,
remember, it's one step is all you're allowed to take before you take that penalty. There's no run-ups from the centre circle here.
We're a very short run-up, I think.
Well, in they go to the huddle to, I would imagine, boost each other's confidence, because you do not want to be the one that misses the penalty that costs your team a place in these finals. While they're doing that, we can have a look at some of the key moments of that first semi-final. But there we said, few heavy challenges. This could have been the moment, though, here.
Yeah. And
they got every right to be really unhappy with that challenge. As Olu looked as if he was going to be the man that went through and did it. But Jesus probably kept his team in it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And just talking about penalties as well, I think, usually they have to pick penalty takers. I don't think on this occasion they've only got a default of 5 players to take the penalties, so I think it's going to be pretty straightforward in that respect. They're just doing the toss now for who goes first.
Well, referee didn't have a great deal to do in that game, just one stern talking to, and that was about it. Well, this is where the goalkeepers become the heroes of the hour.
Also, as well, interestingly, the size of the goals could come into play here as well.
Yeah.
Picking a spot.
You stand out there and you look. I was out there looking at the view the players have got and the goal. These goalkeepers standing 6'1". Again, it's a little bit light futsal to a degree because their legs are going to come into play here. Yeah, trailing leg, spread leg. I mean, they could literally, some of these players out here, they could lie down at one end of that goal, they could touch the other end of it.
No, exactly. And I think I'd struggle, well, to be fair. If I was laying down, I'd only cover about an inch of the goal. But yeah, for some of these goalkeepers, obviously, using their legs will be just as important as their arms. I know it sounds a bit crazy to say, but in these small goals, like you said, it will be very important to utilise the space that's around you. And obviously for the penalty takers as well, that's going to be the interesting ones. What spot do you pick? Where do you put it? You can't, trying to put it in the top corner.
How many times you hear that on the football coverage throughout the season? Never change your mind when you go up to take it.
Exactly. And look, the goalkeeper's playing mind games already now. I love that. Hassan is getting into his head there. So Hassan is in goal for Scorpions here, and he's already playing mind games with Inman. So Inman steps up here.
First penalty then of the semi-finals, first goal of these semi-finals. About to go in here. There it is. Remember, it is one step only. He's got a way to go here. Is he going to open with a goal, or is the goalkeeper going to make the save? There's the view. Here it comes, and just squeezed it in.
Great penalty there from Inman there. Hassan, no chance. He's picked the right way, but he just had no chance. It was a beautifully taken penalty there by Inman.
Here's Harry.
Yes, so then we've got Jags in goal for EBT 5s here. And it's Harry.
So Harry to level it at 1-1, and he's missed.
Big save there from Jags.
The thing is, there's always a big discussion about whether you actually go high. I mean, if you're going high, you're going right at the right height for the keeper. It seems really the best way to go is hard and low to either the keeper's right or left.
100%.
Olu to make it 2, and he's done exactly the same.
And he's missed it here. Like you said, keep it low, but he's gone high, and he's paid the price for it here. So still 1-0 here.
There's Nahir.
Good penalty there from Nahir.
Very good penalty.
And they really needed that, didn't they? 1-0 down. They now make it 1-0.
Again, mind games going on here with the goalkeeper.
Hassan is there. He looks like the king of mind games here. He's really getting into his head, and the ball's moving now. The wind you talked about earlier has moved the ball. Here's
the man that made the challenge that denied them that late goal scoring opportunity. It is Jesus now with the ball. Jesus! Great. He gets some real power behind that, right down the middle.
And that's 2-1 for EBT.
Chance to level it. Both have missed a penalty each here. There's Dylan. Dylan. Oh, coolly done. Waited for the keeper to actually move off his line before he placed it in the bottom left-hand corner.
He was actually their second top goal scorer in qualifying, so he knows where the net is, and he's definitely put it away there.
So 3 penalties gone, 2 scored each. Standing over this. Is that James?
That's correct, yep. James stepping up for this.
James. There's James. Good penalty from him as well.
He puts it away too. And funnily enough, he was actually the second top goal scorer in qualifying for EBT. So, yeah, both people who've just taken their last penalties have the record of getting it in the back of the net there. So they're very confident going in front of goal.
Got to score this. And what? 3-2, one penalty remaining after this.
Pressure moment for Anwar here.
Anwar, good penalty. Kept his head, stayed cool, and draws it level at 3-all. Well,
The goalkeeper's coming up now.
Keeper's out. Final penalty, keeper against keeper, is it?
Looks like it, yeah. Always love that when the goalkeepers take a penalty. It's always good viewing.
So it's down to Jags and Hassan.
Can Jag score against Hassan here?
Here he goes, it's hit the post.
So Hassan has to score here to win the game.
Well, this is a pressure kick,
It is indeed.
if ever there was one.
Hassan, can he become the hero of this penalty shootout?
Well, he's played a few mind games. Now it's his time to step up and deliver the penalty that will push them into the final, the Scorpions. Ball is staying still, wind is still blowing, referee's happy, here he comes!
Oh, he's missed it.
It's a great save by Jags, and it had to be.
He's complaining about this.
He's not happy. And now a little bit of an argument beginning to ensue. Referee will need to step in and ensure that everything is okay.
Scorpions want VAR here, Tim.
We got VAR? No, VAR's us.
Yeah, we are the VAR.
They'll be coming in a minute.
Oh, unfortunately for us, the door's open, so they got clear access here to come in. But no, they want this reviewed. They're saying that he was off his line.
He was off his line. Well, difficult to see. Here it comes. Is he off? Well, not much.
He wasn't. It's a tough one, isn't it?
But he literally flew out there. They're saying he's a mile out. But was he just too quick? We might be able to play that again. Well, here they go. They still can't decide here. Referee is down there. The decision now. Which way is it going to go? No, it's a save.
Does it count?
Yeah, it is. Looks like we're going on. It's into a sudden death again here. It's who is it with the ball? Is it it's Inman?
Yeah, Inman coming up again. So he scored his first penalty. He's now taking another one here. Can he make it 2 from 2?
Inman. Again, they have got a job here because this wind is really billowing around here. That's the measured step back. It's Inman then.
Look at Hassan with the mind games again.
Here he goes,
and
it's good save. Easy save though, no power, and straight down the middle, easy for Hassan.
Hassan again with the mind games, pointing to his right, trying to get him to goad him into that bottom right-hand corner, but he actually went in the middle in the end, and it was a quite comfortable save for Hassan, I thought.
Time for the Scorpions again here.
Another pressure kick
to
here.
win this. And they do.
And
into the roof by Harry. Missed his first one, but he scored the sudden death, and it is Scorpions who are going to go through to play in the final.
Incredible penalty shootout there. We had a bit of drama. We had some good penalties. We had some bad penalties. But I feel like overall it was a pretty entertaining penalty shootout.
But look at the game plan. I mean, they came back, they sat back, they invited EBT to come onto them, and they defended well. They defended in numbers, defended very deep. They didn't have too many chances themselves. It'd be interesting to see if they run that again, that style of play. Here is the winning penalty. Ooh. Keeper got close, but it wasn't good enough.
Keeper will probably be a little bit disappointed there. Sort of hit him on the way in. But yeah, it's a very clear win there.
Yeah, disappointment for EBT 5s as they go out in this semi-final, and it is the Scorpions who go through to the final. Should we have a look back at the penalty shootout?
Yeah, let's have a look at these penalties once again.
It's interesting to get this view of these penalties being taken, because people, they are getting to a penalty shootout. We'll do that, but there ain't much target to aim at there.
No, exactly. I think it's a really difficult one. I think the keeper's got the easier job in general, but especially in these goals, I think the goalkeepers are very integral to these penalty shootouts, and the penalty takers have got it really difficult. You saw the goalkeeper there for EBT5's, Jags, missing his penalty. He was quite nonchalant, I thought, in his approach. So Hassan, obviously with all the mind games, made it quite easy for him, and he got another save there as well.
There's the winning penalty.
And I think it's a bit of redemption as well. We obviously missed his first penalty, and then he gets the winner there. So a bit of redemption there.
Second semi-final is coming up. Barrowfield in the orange, and Balmaby in the blue.
Yeah, Barrowfield Bruisers. What a name that is, ain't it?
It's a brilliant name.
I think it's quite an intimidating name. I think they're coming to intimidate, and I think the name itself is doing that for us.
It's a brilliant one. And Barrowfield, if you're just joining us, Naz is here alongside me, and we've been watching these two semi-finals. And I got to go back to the game plan. It's going to be interesting to see how they take this game, Barrowfield and Balma. After watching them play earlier on in the day, both of these two were quite attack-minded, and it'll be interesting to see if they change their style a bit for the semi-final. What do you think?
Well, I think anything would be an improvement on the first semi-final. I think it was quite a cagey affair. It was very cagey, and like you said, very little chances made. However, I'm very much more excited to watch this semi-final. So yeah.
Let's give you an introduction then to the two teams, Barrowfield and Balmaby. There's Balmaby, and I think that, should we have a look at Barrowfield? Yeah, here they come. Well, here we go. So Barrowfield in the orange, the Bruisers getting ready to take on Balmaby. Remember, the final coming up very shortly after this, and then we got the boss game in the house at the moment. I can tell you, because they were just just behind us.
Yeah.
I
think they've got to warm up, Tim, I think.
And Ali Adia.
Yeah. they need to get warmed up. They haven't played in a while, so I think they need to go and get warmed up before the big game.
See, Ali Adia and Gallup, they all look fit enough.
I know, they've kept in great nick, to be fair. They're doing very well. And as we can see as well, Balma B, the goals were spread across their team here. And whereas Barrowfield Bruisers sort of had 2 or 3 players with a lot of goals in qualifying.
Jeff and Nicholas.
Yes.
For Balma B. Jeff at number 6 and Nick at number 5. So let's have a look then. Here are the players that are going to be lining up for both of these teams.
Is that 3 Omars? The 3 Omar brothers? Are they related? Do we know? Camille, Warren, and Rabin Omar. Look at that. Could be a family affair.
I was going to say it's a very good question actually.
Yeah.
We're going to send somebody off.
Yes,
to
find
actually
out.
ask them if they are. Players just getting ready to be given the all clear to get us underway then for this second semi-final. First one going to penalty kicks. And I'm just getting a few team changes there. Actually.
Oh, okay, we've got a few team changes.
No, they've just come and whisked the team sheet away.
Interesting.
And we're going to get an updated one, hopefully, any second now.
Such a big game, they've had to make some last-minute changes. I think the gaffers, respective gaffers, are clearly making some changes here.
Well, if you're out there watching, hopefully this is also going to be serving as an inspiration to you guys out there to get your own teams together for the competition that runs next year. Remember, check it out on the Ladbrokes website, where you'll be able to find out the details of what's going to happen next year. You going to be playing?
I want to be playing. I can't believe I didn't get the call up to the boss level team, to be honest with you.
We'll get a team together.
We'll play together.
The commentary team.
I love that. I love that. Sounds incredible. Well, where are you going to be playing? What position?
What position do you play?
Left back in the changing rooms.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right. So we got the Scorpions in the final. Getting ready to rock them like a hurricane. Do you know the band Scorpions?
I don't. I think it's a bit
That is correct. Thank you.
We've been updated. We've got the correct team sheets now, Tim.
We have. We're all good. We're all pretty good to go, actually. You've never heard of the Scorpions?
No.
They had a big hit.
Is it?
Rock you like a hurricane.
Oh, okay. There you go. Look out. You learn something new every day. Wind of change. You learn something new every day, Tim.
That was the song they played when the Berlin Wall came down.
Oh, okay.
With the whistle.
Right. I was not
if
aware
I
of
was
that.
any good at whistling, I'd be able to do it for you.
Yeah. I told you the game's not kicked off yet. We've got Tim talking about whistling. You can tell the game has not started. But yeah, no, should be a good game. This 2 teams. Obviously, the 20 grand prize. I think that should be enough incentive for anyone here to put a performance. I thought it was a bit lackluster, the other semi-final, so I'm just hoping for a bit more action.
But you do see a bit. I mean, it's going to get more defensive.
Yes.
Right, isn't it?
As the pressure builds.
Because they do. That is the way it goes in pretty much every competition. We're getting ready. We're seconds away here from semi-final number 2 to get underway.
I wonder what happened to Balma A. Obviously, Balma B have made it through. I wonder how Balma A
that's
feel.
something, isn't it? Yeah. But the A team's out, the B team's in.
Exactly. So we'll see how they feel about that. Obviously not making it to the semis. And then we're off.
And away we go. It's Balma B in the blue. First touch of the ball for Nick. Showing off a few nifty skills here. And again, the goalkeeper going over a quick transition there. Trying to catch Barrowfield out.
Jeff on the ball here.
There's Brandon back again. Nick in possession. There's Cheyenne. Never underestimate the role of the goalkeeper and his ability to spot a gap and actually deliver a good ball out.
Yeah,
again, that's good high pressure.
Yeah, the goalkeeper's very key in starting the attacks here. It's such a small pitch. So they've got a free kick here. Taken quickly. Great
That's
save.
Good strike by Nick, came right through. Keeper saw it late. Lucky for him, there wasn't too much in the way of power in it.
Good save from Camille in the end there.
Matt's in goal. Impressive distribution actually in these opening few seconds from him. Opening minute and a half. Ball given away that time to John. Back into the possession of Nico goes again. There is Jeff showing off his ball control. And out he goes to Robin.
Yeah, poor touch there from Robin, gives it away.
Nick's the man, isn't he? He's popping up here, there and everywhere at the moment, looking to try and pick it up, edge of the area, but it's Robin who brings it away. They've got numerical advantage here, got to lay it off, and
it's a poor strike there.
Yeah, it is. You look at the position there of Brandon, it was completely and utterly done, and Brandon's missed a massive chance, a huge opportunity.
It looks like the referee's pulled it back
Yeah,
here.
he's pulled it back.
Took it too early.
Yeah, all the ball was in motion. Here's the replay. Let's see. Well, that was the hit from Nick.
Yeah. Camille with a good save there early on. I think we'll give Camille a good boost of confidence in goal for Barrowfield there.
Omar Rabin, it is. And here is Nick again. He can't get enough of the ball. Matt again, eyes darting left and right, looking to try and find the space. And Nika, away he goes. Always worth a punt. You can score from anywhere. Remember, on the field of play, apart from inside the goalkeeper's D.
Good feet there from Nico there to get away from his man, but then pretty poor shot.
But sometimes it is all it takes. You never know. The keeper's concentration might have slipped a bit. But it's going to come back here. So into Nick again. He's being tracked here by Warren Omar. Warren brother.
Great little
that's a lovely
dummy.
ball. And a lovely turn. And very, very unlucky. Very unlucky, Jeff. He's caused, how many problems has he caused so far?
No, he looks a very good player.
Deceptively quick, and at the other end again, it's Brandon again who misses the opportunity. Chances at both ends for both teams here. It's very different, the feel of this semi-final, the semi-final number 2 to semi-final number 1. A lot more open, a lot more adventurous.
I think we had more action in that last 30 seconds than the whole game in the first semi-final, I think, Tim.
I think you're spot on.
They look very good with it here, Balmer B. Look very comfortable in possession. Just building up play up very slowly here, but both teams creating chances.
There's Warren. Free kick being given. But again, look at who's there. It's Nick who's picking the ball up from the goalkeeper, who's beginning the moves from deep inside his own half, and there he is again, suddenly appearing up front and nobody tracking his run.
Yeah, Nick looks like the commandeering number 5 there, the centre back, just making sure the team is. But he's been caught out.
There's a moment, and there's the goal. Brandon this time has hit it beautifully.
Great strike
He's
there by
had
Brandon.
2 great chances. The third one he takes.
No, brilliant strike by Brandon. Is there question marks over Matt there? I'm not too sure. The goalkeeper would have seen it late. He came at him quick as well. But yeah, no, great strike from Brandon. I won't take anything away from him there.
Really got hold of that well. And here's Nick. Yeah, you can see he's constantly in communication. He's constantly talking. I know who he's talking to. maybe the goalkeeper. Here's Matt again, getting that ball. This time they're giving it away. It's Rabbit coming forward again, and interception this time by Sean.
Warren and Nico there, getting a bit of a tussle.
Oh, he's giving it away. Brandon's got it again, going to hit it again. And once again, Matt makes a good save, but I think we've now seen that's a place you don't give the ball away to Brandon. He'll shoot from anywhere. But at the other end, Jeff is in here now. Jeff, that was great feet.
Oh,
it was great footwork.
Feet, great footwork. Just unlucky with the finish there, just going to the right of the post. But no, great feet from Jeff there.
He's got a goal in him. He's got a goal in him, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he was joint top goal scorer for Balmer B, Jeff. So, like you said, he definitely looks one of the back.
Here's the goal. Let's have a look at the replay. Look how he gets hold of that. Hit it beautifully.
Clinton Morrison there trying to interrupt our feed. Hopefully he doesn't make any mistakes later on. So
what a player he was.
He was absolute finisher.
Played nearly 700 pro games. 671 I think was the exact total in his career down the years. But everywhere he went, he scored goals. Yeah, seemed to escape long and serious injury. Now down here, looking to escape a few problems, is Cheyenne.
Take him on.
Interestingly as well, Brandon was actually nowhere near the top of the goal scoring charts in qualifying. So for him to get a goal is very important, I think, for him as well and then for the team.
Clinton, by the way, started with Tottenham. Did you know that?
Did he?
Yep. He was a Spurs youth team player.
Incredible.
And, unfortunately, didn't manage to break through.
Interesting. Seems like a lot of Spurs products, don't usually make to the first team.
Over at the Sporting Club.
Sporting Lisbon, yeah.
Yeah, he's had a great season, by the way.
Incredible. Here we go.
Here we go. Looking for the equalising goal is Kane.
He looks very lively since he came on.
Yeah.
Kane.
He's got good balance. Kane. Here's Nick. You see 8 minutes gone, 7 to go, 15 minutes, remember. No half time.
Kane's really made himself known in this game so far.
Flying into the challenge there.
And he's given a bit of... you can tell there's 20 grand on the line. A few words exchanged there.
That was Brandon. And again, another free kick given. As Kane just not quite able to contain his excitement.
Brandon looks like he's been stood on and he has to readjust his boots here. I think him and Kane have got a bit of beef going on here.
Warren, and a long-range effort. We've seen a few of those fly in on this day. Goals from unexpected sources, from strange angles and situations.
I respect it, but it wasn't the best. I don't think it was the best decision he could have made there.
There is Nick. His influence has waned a little bit.
Wow. We've seen some wayward shots here.
Yeah, we have.
I think they're now, trying to just score these long-range shots, which...
But again, we've said the pitch is a little unforgiving, and you can see it does bobble. The ball does bounce a bit on it.
Yeah.
They've got over 5 minutes left to get an equalising goal here to take it into penalty shootout again.
Ooh,
and trying to get Allen in. He's still there. Kane over the cover.
There's a big chance for Allen there.
Everybody back now behind the ball defending this goal. And this is a tactic you often see to try and defend the goalkeeper's team, keep the angles so tight, so narrow that the opposition can't get a shot off. And that's Kane again. He's going to have to be careful here.
No, definitely. And they're really targeting Brandon, aren't they? I think he's been on the end of a few challenges here. And they also see Brandon as a very important member of the Barrowfield team here. So they're trying to get into him and they're putting a few tackles into him.
Quick little ball taken. Nick's in there.
And it looked like there, Brandon giving a bit back after a few challenges on himself.
Oh, there is Nico.
Look at that.
They double up on him. He's still got the ball here. And it's Brandon who's digging in. They get it quickly taken. Kane is in there. And he couldn't attach his foot to it as it came across.
Look at that.
That's good play.
Yeah,
Here's Nick on the rampage. Gives it away. Here is Rabin. There's the angle. There's the shot. And Kane is back to defending. Kane trying to bring it away. Brandon's got it back this time.
Looks like a free kick, I believe.
Well, the challenges were flying in a bit there, and it's going to be...
I'm here for it. I'm here for all the challenges, all the goals, all the long ranges.
Well, here is... This will be a goal if it goes in from here.
Goal of the tournament, perhaps.
There's been a few good ones. It is back with Nick again. They're doubling up on him once again. It's a lovely turn.
Oh.
Really well done that by Nico. Going in there is Brandon.
We said earlier about Nico's, how good his feet were, and he's not giving the foul here. And Nico,
he's going to get away with that, surely. That is...
In retribution,
Looked like a yellow card from
Nick's
here.
gone in there late as well.
He really flew in.
They're not happy though with the decision there from the ref.
Here's the replay. Watch this.
Oh. He was getting some payback, wasn't he, there for the missed foul. And they're getting a talking to now as well by the referee.
Well, got to keep the emotions in check. They have got just over 2 minutes left to play here. Remember, the clock does not stop, and they're in, and a chance to end this game. And that is a really good bit of goalkeeping by Matt.
They've taken it quickly.
Yeah.
And they're not happy with that. And it's getting a bit heated now. Like you said, only a couple of minutes to go now. And the score at 1-0. This game is finally poised.
Well, if it's getting heated now, can you imagine what it's going to be when they're playing for 20 grand in the final, which comes up
very soon? Yeah, it's going to be an incredible atmosphere. I think as well, we've got lots of fans watching, which is great to see. And the atmosphere, like you said,
it's been
electric.
good all day, actually. Yeah. There's been a really buzzy atmosphere around the place.
And then, of course, we've got the boss level team as well to finish off the day. So it's going to be, we've got some incredible games, another 2 incredible games to come.
Well, they've got to get a move on here.
You'd hope this time will be added on. I'm sure they will add this sort of 30 seconds on towards the end.
Back it goes to Brandon. That is Rabin, and just couldn't get it past Matt again. Need to try and get it. I think really there's Nico into Jeff round the edge of that penalty area. Good turn, but it was won back by Warren, and they're in again, and they've scored again, and that surely, with half a minute left, is the end.
Looks like that's the end of the road now for Balma B. 2-0 down, like you said, a minute to go. But there is going to be added time, I think, potentially. Just look at the goal here again.
Well, player of the match is Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon's been everywhere, hasn't he? He's put himself about. He obviously got a very important first goal.
There you go.
And there you go.
Bang on cue. The whistle goes. And it is Barrowfield that go through the adventure, the journey for Balma B, who've done so well to get here.
Oh,
doing even better than the A team, and a little bit of afters going on there. The emotions running high.
Yeah, some handbags. We don't like to see that, of course, but yeah, an incredible game. Obviously finished 2-0, and I thought Barrowfield Bruisers, you definitely stick to their name. They definitely put in some bruising challenges there, and I thought Brandon was the epitome of that.
Oh, Brandon was superb in that game. But again, what could have been really for Balmerby, because we saw a very good start from Jeff. Looked really dangerous when they got the ball up to him, around the edge of that D, but the service dropped off.
And even Nick as well, I thought he looked very composed.
Yeah, he did at the start.
But then, like you said, it fell off, and I feel like Barrowfield really took control of the game. They had the better chances, and they took their chances, which I think is the key thing here.
It's all about at the end of the day,
taking your chances, and they had two clear-cut chances really, and they took them both. So it's that clinical nature from Barrowfield, and they are a Scottish team.
Let's have a look at some of the key moments. Here we go. And this was right at the beginning, and this was Jeff. And he was a real handful to deal with, and there was
good strike.
That was Nick and Jeff again. But they never really built on any of that, did they? And
no.
We saw them very fleetingly, and then they stood off Brandon.
I think I was very harsh on the goalkeeper there. It was a good strike, and I think it would have been difficult for him to save that first one.
And that immediately, I think that was the last really good chance that Jeff actually had in the game. And there's the second goal by Brandon, and 2-0 the final score. So it is Scorpions. We are on camera. Scorpions against Barrowfield. How's it going to go? Based on what we've seen from both the teams so far, who's your money on?
I think I'm going to have to go with Barrowfield. I feel like in that last game they showed a bit more. They showed a bit more attacking prowess in that sense, but it's going to be a very, very difficult game because, it's going to be a very, very tight game between the two. And of course, you know, if I had to put money on it and you put me in a corner here, I'm going to go with Barrowfield. How about you?
Let's not forget as well, this has been a really tiring day for these guys who've travelled down here. They've played through the group stage, the quarterfinals, the semi-final, and now the final. So levels of fitness are going to come into play here as well. So I think we're going to see a game with a tempo which is maybe a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier as well, the pressure of that £20,000, no one wants to make a mistake early on. You know, no one wants to be the one first to concede, especially in that first 5 minutes. So we might see a cagey first 5, but then hopefully they both loosen up a little bit and they'll give us a good game in the final.
Yeah, there's not much of a break in between these two games here, by the way. It will pretty much go straight into the final, and that serves as a benefit for these guys because you don't want it. You don't want to be off too long to actually cool down and have to warm up again.
No, definitely. I think that's the key thing is they have to keep warm. I don't know if we're having a third place playoff. I don't know if that's happening or not. They usually do that in other tournaments, but I don't know if today...
The one game that everybody hates.
Yes, exactly. No one wants to play in it.
No one wants the third place playoff.
No, unless it's in the World Cup, I don't think anyone really cares.
Oh, dear. Well, you don't even in the World Cup because it's always the players who didn't play.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Very
true. Your reward for not playing. You can go and play in the game that nobody else wants to play.
It's a glorified friendly, isn't it, really?
Yeah. So tell me, you've been around watching the qualifying games from April. As we said, we've had 2,500 of these games. What's your view on the competition? Has been set up, and you know.
It's been fantastic. Yeah, I've been very lucky. I've been at every tournament aside from the Glasgow heat. I've been at every single one, and like you say, the competition's been very high level. The organisation's been brilliant, and it's just a really great community. You come down and play and you have fun, and then there's the added bonus of 20,000 on the line. So I think it's just an incredible experience for these players. And
I think a lot of people watching this, if you are watching this wherever you're watching it out there on YouTube, then it looks like and feels like something you want to be part of. isn't it?
Yeah, no,
Yeah?
definitely. It's one of those games, and I think you can see what it means to some of these teams. Even now, we're seeing these, the passion they have and the team talks, and it's not just a kick about down with your friends, but it's got the element of competitiveness as well, which I think is brilliant. So you have the fun side and the community side, as you see. We've even got a few people behind us at the bar and stuff like that. So they're all having a good time, but then you've got the competitiveness on the pitch as well. So great blend.
What I do like as well, some of the rules and the regulations, because as we know they differ. Those of you that watch futsal will know that they differ quite significantly. But the one I do like about this is the clock doesn't stop. So if you feel that you want to go and argue a referee's decision when you're 1-0 down and there's only 2 minutes to go, as we saw at the end of that game just there, then all you do is weaken your own cause. So, it leads to less decisions being questioned and more action.
No, definitely. It's one of those that really, it's really important, and I think, I'm just very excited to see these teams get into action now, really. And you got Hassan there leading the team talks. Obviously, the guy who's playing on the mind games in that semi-final penalty shootout. So it'll be interesting to see how he comes into play in this final.
And the other thing is the fact that they have already been in a penalty shootout. Should they go to a penalty shootout in the final, that is going to be a significant advantage.
No, definitely having that know-how and now of that semi-final penalty shootout win, as you mentioned, I think it's going to be incredibly key, because, like you said, if it's going to be one of those cagey affairs, they will definitely benefit from that. And if it goes to penalties, of course, like you said, they're already 1-0 up.
Yeah. To have already been there, to already have felt the stress, they are going to be the ones that are going to have the benefit. The final is only minutes away. There you go, the Scorps against the Barrowfield Bruisers. We'll get a team. They've taken.
They've
stolen your team sheet.
They've stolen our team sheets.
Oh dear. But I think another one should arrive fairly shortly. But they're looking relaxed.
Yeah, they're looking really relaxed. All these players. Look at that. They're even on the floor, just having a bit of a rest time, downtime.
Listen, what would you have done as they played to have? Here, I think we're going to see the team sheets. Here they come.
Here we go.
There you go. The Scorps and the Bruisers. So we're just a few minutes away. So the players just going into that last minute huddle. Just getting the introductions to each other. The Scorps in the blue. And the referee just getting his stuff together and explaining a few of the rules to the players here, because if we think we've seen emotions running high, then this game we're going to see a whole new set. Yeah,
it's going to be an incredible final, I believe, just from what we've seen in these last two semi-finals. And there's some great players on display as well, as we saw in that semi-final just gone in Brandon, and of course the one before that, I think Hassan, brilliant in goal there, and obviously key in that penalty shootout win. So some really standout players, and it should be interesting to see how this final goes.
Yeah, if that goes to a penalty shootout, then he's just the type of goalkeeper you don't want to be having to deal with. He's in your face, he's in your ear, he's never giving you any time to relax, to settle yourself. He's making you feel as uncomfortable as he can.
Exactly, and I fully rate it, to be honest with you. I'm a big fan of Hassan's mind games there in that semi-final. I think it was good. You know, I think sometimes you need that. You need that element of getting into people's heads and, you know, having those kind of mind games, because I think that's so key going into big games like this as well. Having someone of that nature, you always need one of those in your team, don't you?
Yeah, you absolutely do. And again, if you're just joining us, this is the final of the inaugural Ladbrokes Players Cup. If you're watching this live, this is the culmination of an event that began back on the 1st of April, and it has taken place at various centres across the UK, and we're approaching 2,600 games have been played.
Yeah, it's an incredible feat, and yeah, big congratulations to Ladbrokes for putting this kind of tournament on. It must take a lot of organisation, a lot of sleepless nights to get these kind of events organised. So it's been incredible to be a part of.
Over the ball is Dylan. And watch out for Harry. Is it going to be Harry's game for the Scorps? Referee with a sense of humour. We like that.
Yes.
Actually, sometimes they take themselves a bit too seriously, but he looks, at least to be got a sense of humour.
Yeah, he's a very good referee as well. I've seen him a few times now. He doesn't take anything from anyone, so that's always a good trait to have in referees.
Well, the countdown, the final is about to get underway. Barrowfield in the orange, the Scorps in the blue. The referee is happy, everybody's happy. We're 15 minutes away from taking home a check for 20 grand.
No pressure, Tim.
No pressure at all. Everybody we know has got the fire. Champions know, though, when to light the spark, and this should be the moment. What is the game plan? We know the Scorps have stood back in that first semi-final. They like to defend from deep, but is there going to be a bit of a change? There's Nahia. There's the angle, there's the shot, and there's the save.
Great save there from Camille.
Good save. Remember, the substitutions can be made, but they are not rolling substitutions in the final or any other of the game. They can only be made when the ball is out of play, when the referee has allowed them to be made. Here they come again then. It is Nahir once again being backed into that corner. It's Rahman who's in there trying to get the ball away. That's brilliant play, that is, by Nahir. Now, can he go all the way? He's still going on. And in the end, it's John brings the ball away, picked up by Brandon. Brandon's in. And that's a good save by Hassan. That'll be the first of many, you imagine, coming his way. Down the other end, it's Nahir in once more.
We're only a minute in here, Tim, and there's already been some really good chances. So hopefully it sets a precedent today.
Yeah, I tell you, those Premier League old boys are going to be worried.
Exactly. They've got the boss level to win. The eventual winners.
The boss levels. They could be introduced to a whole new level of competition here.
Exactly, yeah. You got Nahir against Gallas.
Yeah. So, that, well, we've got a stoppage here for something. Yeah, and I think the reason is that the keeper isn't wearing a bib, so they don't know his number.
Right, of course, they've got all the latest technology as well that's picking up all the tracking from the numbers on the bibs. So I think it's integral here for, if Hassan wants his stats counted, he better get that bib on.
Well, the clock is still counting here, so on this occasion, when it's a technical issue like this, you would imagine that they may add on to the end. But as we've seen before, that there is no usual addition to the play, so you've just used up a minute of your time.
I was just about to say, obviously, yeah, like you said, we saw that Barrowfield game only went on exactly on 15 minutes, didn't it? And there was no extra time. So
absolutely. There goes Brandon. Nice little ball in. Rabin is there. Brandon had continued his run. They're not picking up Brandon. You could see he laid the ball off, got the move going, and was there, had that pass found a way through.
Seems like Brandon's everywhere you look. He's there. Brandon pops up, that number 4 in orange. He's all over the pitch, and he looks like he's very interested now for Barrowfield. Will they bruise their way through?
Well, here is Warren. There is Brandon taking up that deep position. Looking good in possession, but the Scorpions doing a good job of closing down that possession. And Warren is giving it away, and Nahir has scored.
Warren is not happy here from Barrowfield Bruisers.
No, he isn't.
Thinks it should be a foul. And
now,
has that goal been given?
Has it been given? No, it hasn't.
It's been chalked off.
Looked like they were through, but that gives you an indication they're playing a lot further up the field than they were in that first semi-final.
Yeah, Warren. I've been reliably informed Warren is the Scottish Mo Salah, so it'll be interesting to see. Apparently so. Apparently he was one of the better players in the Scottish heats there. And look, there he goes in there now. But he's not had the best of games in the semis, and here he's on the ball now. Let's see what he can do with it.
There he is, opening it up for John to get forward. There is Nahir. He's managed to get away around to him. Hassan looking for the outlet ball, nothing doing. Holds it up. Back again it comes to Dylan this time. Into Hassan. Needs 2 touches of the ball, remember, before you can pass back to the goalkeeper. So the more pressure you put on higher up the field, the higher the propensity, but there may well be an error which ends up leading to a penalty being given in your favour. That's nicely done.
Good distribution there.
Oh, that's a good strike, and that's a good goal. Anwar has the opening goal in the final.
And this one will stand. Anwar's goal.
Well, that was an amazing goal, amazing in as such that nobody saw his run.
Incredible strike there from Anwar.
Look at this. Great spot by Hassan. There goes Anwar. Nobody coming to him.
Bang.
It was belated, and if he hadn't done, look at Nahir, who was on the left side of that penalty area as well.
Ready to pounce. Yeah, no, great strike there from Anwar to put the Scorpions 1-0 ahead.
Game on, 10 minutes to go. Here they're coming, a good movement off the ball once again by Dylan right on the edge of the area, and the keeper's brought into the game again there. And back they come. Referee happy? No, it's got to come back.
Great atmosphere as well when that goal went in. The crowd went mental, and it was a great moment for everyone involved.
You can do it though. He's gonna do it. Look,
Oh.
They tried to be
It's
clever there.
a little too cute then. Getting his foot in again, though, it is Anwar challenged from behind. It looked like by Brandon.
We know Brandon likes a challenge, especially in that semi-final. He showed it. He's getting himself about again in this final.
He did. What they need is to get him the ball in shooting range at the other end.
100%. He's playing quite deep in this final. You want him a bit more higher up on the pitch. And they just play it back to the goalkeeper here.
Yeah, good ball out by Hassan.
Looks like now Scorps are really slowing down the game. Obviously 1-0 up now. They're playing that ball back to the keeper a lot.
There's Brandon. There's the angle, but to close him down made the shot almost impossible. Nahir penned into the corner, brings it back across, looking there for Karim. And Karim being held up by Brandon. Back it comes to Camille. On 5 here is Alan, one of the substitutes. It's Brandon, good challenge coming in. That's a really good bit of defending there by Anwar. All round, good game so far.
Yeah.
That goal, by the way, the first goal did stand, so you can see it is 2-0.
Okay, yeah, that's really changed the complexion of the game here. I thought we were a bit tighter now, but obviously 2-0 now. They look really comfortable now, Scorpions. Like I said, they're playing the ball back to the goalkeeper a lot more, as you can see just then. I think they're really slowing this game down and just going to frustrate Barrowfield now.
It's important that they still try and keep their belief that they can do something. Persistence always been the quality of when a successful players, teams never give up. And they've still got 7 minutes or just under here, Barrowfield, to turn this around.
I think it's really key as well. I know you talk about making sure that the heads don't drop. I think you can see the frustrations already now, just from them playing the ball back. There's going to be you've got to keep your head level-headed here. I think that's the key thing for Barrowfield, not let their heads drop and get frustrated.
Yeah, you make your own luck. If opportunity does not build a door, is the saying, right on the edge of the D.
I love that, Tim. I'm taking that quote home. Oh, good turn.
Lovely turn. Brilliantly done. It was in there. Angle was tight. Warren is back in possession. One goal gets them right back into this game. Another goal conceded, maybe the end of it.
Good block there, but a free kick conceded. That's the issue they have. When you make good blocks like that, obviously if it ricochets and goes overhead high, you're giving away a free kick. Tell you what, Barrowfield Bruisers can really rely now on Warren and Rabin coming into this game. Obviously getting a lot of goals in qualification. They need to step up now.
Oh, unfortunate slip there by Dylan, because again the angle presented itself.
Look at this, they're now going to frustrate them, again going back to the goalkeeper. It's a smart tactic.
Yeah, it is. It's been well used.
Yeah.
And again, they need to apply pressure higher up and then make sure they don't leave the space behind, but they have, and this should be the end of it. And how on earth did Dylan not score there?
That's a big chance there, Tim.
Yeah, that was a chance really to wrap it up.
Exactly. Could they rue that miss?
Well, who knows? 5 minutes time will tell you. It is a game.
Well, they're 2-0 up, so if they mess it up from here, then it's only their own fault. But yeah, they look like they're controlling the game very comfortably. As I say that, they get dispossessed.
But we've seen and we know in games like this, things can turn very, very quickly in the opposition's favour. It doesn't look like it at the moment. And that is going to be a free kick.
To Barrowfield. Yeah, Barrowfield.
Let's have a look at that first goal, which initially we wondered whether or not it was going to stand. Yeah, it was beautifully tucked away by Nahir. Yeah, and we see the referee just going, no goal.
It looked like a foul to me, but they counted it, and now could he score?
Here's the moment.
Great save there.
Yeah, tell you what, there was a real lack of conviction there in that finish. It was his big moment, Warren.
Yeah, whoever told me he was the Scottish Mo Salah has definitely misinformed me. He's not turned up today.
At the other end, Nahir trying to tee it up. Good stop by Camille.
Goalkeeper's done well there. Like you say, 4 minutes now to get 2 goals back, or 3 to win the game. And Warren again with a wayward shot. And look at this, the boss team are looking on.
Yeah, Ali Adier. And in the background there, you saw William Gallas.
What do you think they're thinking right now?
I think they're worried.
They're worried. Scorpions.
I think they're worried. I think the Scorpions.
A big game, yeah.
Yeah. Go on, I'll let you say it. There's a sting in the tail.
Yeah, no, it should be a very good game, that. I'm really looking forward to that.
We're getting all their back catalogue here. Love it for Sting, Rock You Like a Hurricane. They're all in there.
You're full of them today, Tim. You're doing all the hard work, all the hard graft. I'm just here to look pretty.
Here is Hassan. They got 2.5 minutes. They're 2.5 minutes away from a very big party. Barrowfield won't go home empty-handed. They win £5,000.
Oh, incredible. 5,000, I'll take that. Any danger? I might try and sign up for Barrowfield.
That'd give them a night out, wouldn't it?
That would be. Big night out in Birmingham, I think, for Barrowfield. But I'll be honest here, Tim. I
no,
can't,
he's in the area.
It might be the commentator's curse, but I just can't see Barrowfield coming back into this now with, 2 minutes left to go. I think Scorpions look comfortable and they're really just, they haven't really been threatened too much. And here we go again, just going back to the keeper. Frustrating for Barrowfield.
They've managed it very, very well indeed. There were moments in that semi-final against EBT when it looked like they were sitting very deep. They weren't offering anything, and then literally coming to life in the penalty shootout. We wondered whether the game plan almost halfway through was to play for penalties. They created very little, but here it's been a totally different story.
Yeah, I genuinely believe the semi-final that they were involved in felt much more like a final in the sense of how tight it was.
Yeah,
and how cagey it was.
I agree. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
But in this final, they've been very good, to be fair to them. And look, they're frustrating Barrowfield. Look, the tackles are coming in, obviously doing that little tactic of playing it back to the keeper. And again, I'm assuming good feet there.
60 seconds and counting here.
They're just seeing this game out now, aren't they, Tim? They're happy with the 2-0.
Looks like it. They're going to add a bit of gloss to it here. It's Harry on the run.
No, he's going back to the keeper.
It's sensible play.
It is. You can't knock it. You can't knock it. I don't know for the neutrals, though, or the spectators will be big fans of it. They want to see goals.
Yeah, they want to see 20 grand.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they want. There's Brandon.
There's different agendas, isn't there?
Yeah, 2 very good goals in the semi-final from Brandon, but the final, he just hasn't had the opportunity.
Yeah, they've nullified it really well, Brandon, I think. And they've not really let any of the players, even, like I said, Warren and Robin, who were meant to be their top goal scorers, just haven't really produced today. And I think they've gone missing in the big final here. They've ghosted.
Well, it's it. The whistle will come any second now.
Looks like they might be adding on that extra 30 seconds. No, it's done. There you go.
No, they don't. The whistle goes, and it is the Scorpions who will go forward to collect this £20,000 prize. They have won the very first Ladbrokes Players' Cup. The dream, well, it didn't come reality through sheer magic. It took a lot of hard work, sweat and determination, and in the end they got their just rewards here. They've been the best team here today by a distance.
No, definitely, and you can see the emotions here, the people jumping for joy and some hugs going around here, and of course, like you said, a 20 grand prize.
But it's an incredible thing, isn't it? You started this a couple of months ago, and they've taken it right the way through to this final.
I think that's the key thing, like you say, because over the months it must have been such hard graft, having to go through the qualifiers, coming through, playing so many games, winning it, and then coming here as well and playing so many games on the day. Like you said, there's no rest, or there's hardly any rest anyway. Of course, they get rests. It's not that kind of tournament, but of course, it's a tough mentally as well as physically to go through this.
I mean, it was a shame, really, that there was obviously a bit of advantage to playing the first semi-final because they looked a little bit fresher.
100%.
Barrowfield looked a bit leggy. They played that first semi-final. It was a very high-intensity game that they played, and, they looked very good. And we were expected to be very even, but in the end, it just wasn't, was it? There was only one winner out there.
No, definitely. I think as soon as they went that one goal up, I feel like they controlled the game really well. So they got their second, and then they just nullified Barrowfield Bruisers. They didn't let them get back into the game, and it was a really, really big win for them there. Cool.
Well, you're going to go out and talk to some of them.
I'm going to go have a little chat with them. So thank you so much, Tim, and hopefully I'll be back.
Yes, you will be back.
Brilliant.
We're going to look at our highlights. Maz is off to talk to the winners. And here we go. Let's have a look then at these highlights from that final. The very first final. And again, now that was the goal. If you look at the referee reaction there, see, now that looked to me and everybody else as if it was no goal. So there was nothing wrong with that. That was a brilliant goal. What a finish this was. chances continue to come at the other end, but this is, how often did they get caught with that? The distribution from Hassan has been exceptionally good. Even they were impressed. Look at it. They are going to be facing the Scorpions very, very soon out there. And they begin their long round of patting each other on the back, taking in the celebrations. Well, there we are, but they've got to get themselves ready. There's no champagne or beer shower here just yet, because they're going to be getting ready for the boss game in a minute, where we're going to be seeing those Premier League legends, a couple of the players that were involved in the Arsenal Invincibles. Lauren is in there, William Gallas is down there, Clinton Morrison is in there, Jeremy Aliadier. So that's quite a fearsome five, that, isn't it? And they're going to have the ultimate test of the winners here, the Scorpions. There's the keeper. His presence is huge, isn't it, Hassan? We saw it in the penalty shootout. Maybe he'll look back. Remember, he actually missed one of the penalties, but ended up saving the decisive penalty kick in order for the team to make it into that final against the after beating the EBT Fives. And as we said, don't forget, this might serve as the inspiration for you to get involved next season when this competition kicks off again next year, with the finals yet again in the summer. And this is the type of day that you can look forward to. A lot of games to come through. Remember, the regions in London, Birmingham, Manchester and Glasgow produced the teams who got down here today for the group stages, the quarters, semis and the final. It is a long old day here. And of course, if you want to get involved, then head over to the website. The full details are there of how you can register your team to get involved in next year's competition. So the trophy lifts, the trophy celebration is going to be coming any second now. They're just going through the rounds of celebrations and wonder how. I mean, they've obviously had a chat how the prize pot is going to be split. But it's going to be some party, you would imagine, for the Scorpions. So we're going to be getting some reaction from pitch side any second. Maz is out there somewhere, just getting himself mic'd up and ready to talk to the winners. And the rain, thankfully, has stayed away, but the conditions weren't the easiest to navigate at some points out there today. It was very, very windy. The boss team going through a little bit of a warm-up, I can see just now to the right of the window where I'm standing. As we said, if you've just come in, the winning team, the Scorpions, are going to be lining up against these boys. You recognize the faces down there. William Gallas. What a player, what players these guys are. William Gallas, he's 45 years of age, Gallas. Still looks as fit as he ever did. Paddy Kenny, the goalkeeper. Ranieri, wasn't it? Claudio Ranieri who bought Gallas to Chelsea from his time in Marseille. And he did the London tour, didn't he? Played with Chelsea, won 2 Premier League titles, moved on to Arsenal, then he ended up at Tottenham. And a player who was involved in that World Cup final in 2006, runners-up, but did win a Confederations Cup. But mind you, remember back in the day, that Chelsea defensive, central defensive partnership, Gallas and Desailly. What a partnership that was, the Rock. Remember they used to call Marcel Desailly? Fabulous, fabulous player. Isn't he? His debut goal, by the way, for Chelsea was against Tottenham when they won 4-0 in a cup, in the FA Cup. Clinton Morrison we saw down there as well. Lauren, another one who came from Mallorca when he arrived, the right back. And we have also on this team, we're just getting a few updates of who's in. I can tell you that we've got a couple of freestylers here. We've got Naz and Olivia Vidal. If you haven't seen Olivia Vidal, if you go onto TikTok, she's on there doing freestyle football skills. And I was watching the last one that she put up there, had about 1 million+ views. Paddy Kenny. Familiar face, Paddy Kenny, around here. Signed for Neil Warnock back in the day in Bury, which is where he made his debut, but just up the M6 is where he spent 8 years with Sheffield United, the Blades, and got promotion as well, didn't he? Got into the Premier League 2005-06. He ended up at Queen's Park Rangers too. Did Paddy Kenny, signing for Neil Warnock again. And so the Scorpions are in. The boss level team. Ali Adier, player who, those of you that remember back in the day when he was coming through, was very often voted as one of the best young players in the Premier League or coming through. But it never really worked for him, did it? Because he did suffer a lot of injury. There is the big smile from the big man, Clinton Morrison. 4 years at Crystal Palace, where the goals rolled literally from the moment. There we go. And there are the players who are playing for the boss team. And that is the Scorpions team. And as is back. Did you get a word?
I'm back. I got a word with the winners, and they were telling
happy.
me they were very happy. Yeah. And they're telling me they're going to Dubai with the 20 grand.
Oh, are they?
They're going to Dubai, yeah.
What, for a night?
For a night out, yeah. I think that's as far as we'll take it.
I was going to say.
A night out in Birmingham. But yeah, they were telling me that they were excited to play against the boss level team.
Oh yeah, I bet they are.
And William Gallas and Lauren is the ones they're most fearful of.
Are they?
That team.
I'd be getting them shots in quick to test Paddy Kenny.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, see how he's held up after not playing for a few years.
Here he is, William Gallas being introduced. As I said, what a partnership he had with Marcel Desailly.
Incredible.
I mean, that is a couple of top level defenders of whatever era there aren't many that better those two.
No, definitely. I mean, Marcel Desailly and William Gallas, incredible defenders. And like you said, in the same team, in that French side, it must have been incredible. Imagine coming up against those two. And here we go, Clinton Morrison with a little jig coming in. Look at him. He's loving it. He's been in great spirits all day today, Clinton Morrison.
He's a hugely popular player, Clinton Morrison.
Yeah.
At the time he spent with Palace, and 3 years up here with Birmingham City, and then Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday. I said 671 games he played, 156 goals. And when you think back to the first season that he played, the first time he pulled on a shirt, full season, he scored a dozen goals for Palace back in 98-99. I mean, yeah, he was always a popular player.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you even see now with his media duties and stuff
Yeah.
like that, he's a very popular figure. And he seems to be loving life. So he was a late replacement, actually.
He was.
Charlie Adam pulled out.
Yeah.
So he was a late replacement for Adam. And he looks very happy to be here, as do the other players.
Well, there he is, Ali Adia, former French under-21 international, who was at Arsenal.
Here's Naz Majid from Love Island. I don't know if you're familiar, Tim. Big Love Island fan?
I'll never miss it, mate. Did he win? How far did he get?
I don't know, actually. I am also not a massive Love Island watcher, but he's a good lad, Naz. Naz and Maz.
I was going to say Naz and Maz.
Naz and Maz are a bit of a
Now,
partnership.
what do you know about
Olivia Weedle, she's a freestyler.
And she,
Football
I'll
freestyler.
tell you, she is very, very good.
Incredible.
If you haven't seen what she can do with a ball at her feet, then
Check
if you
her
go
out.
to on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, she's brilliant. And she actually, funny enough, she actually done another charity tournament, or some type of football tournament a couple of weeks ago. She won that with her team.
Yeah.
So she's got the calibre.
She is
a
quite
winner.
remarkable, actually.
So yeah, it's a strong look at that lineup there. It looks like they sort of put the small ones at the side, which is a bit unfair, I think.
There is Lauren. Came from Mallorca back around 23 years ago before he went on that long run with Arsenal, those 7 seasons. And part of the Invincibles, yeah.
Invincibles
and Ali Adia.
Yeah, Ali Adia and Lauren, the Invincibles. Look at this, they're bringing him in.
You imagine in a few years' time, they'll be sitting there going, listen, son, let me tell you about the time I played with Gallas.
Yeah, incredible, isn't it? And they won 20 grand.
And I won 20 grand.
Yeah. Right, all right, Grandad, I don't believe you. Then you just pull out the Ladbrokes footage and here we go.
Well, this is the great thing, isn't it, today? 20 years ago, if you had a tournament like this or something, there wouldn't be a record of it because hardly anybody had a smartphone
Exactly.
with a camera. Now, you can't get away from them.
No, exactly. I'm sure we'll see this on a few social posts today. On Twitter.
Loosening up those creaking muscles.
Paddy Kenny getting warmed up. And the crowd are ready as well. They're all waiting to watch this game. Some incredible talent on show today.
Yeah.
So it should be a great
How
game.
much of the Scorpions got left?
Exactly. Did they leave it all out on the pitch in that last game? But to be honest, in that last 5 minutes, they didn't really exert too much energy, really. They were just passing it back to the keeper. They pretty much won it at that stage. I think they might have a little bit left in the tank, I think.
This is either going to be an education or an embarrassment.
Let's find out. Let's find out. I for one, am excited to see this game.
How are the Scorps going to go? Here he goes, the count.
And we're off.
And here we go. Now, they haven't played together. They've not had a big build-up here. The boss team. There's Dylan. And there you can see all the tricks are coming out here. There's the angle being opened up. There's the opening goal. It is Harry.
Incredible. Paddy Kenny's been nutmegged within the first 28 seconds. What a start to this game.
Oh,
Incredible
he's going to be
scene.
dining out on that for a long time. Look at this.
Just through the Good save initially, to be fair to him. And
Watch this.
Gallas got dealt with there through the legs. 27 seconds in, we've had a nutmeg already.
There he is, Gallas. And again, they're looking a bit rusty here. God can't come out of that area. And Hassan.
Do you think you'll get to a stage where the
These
competitors
boys
will kick in? And
I don't know who their manager is. Have they got one for the day?
I don't know. Well, technically, they're part of Sport Bowl, so Sport Bowl should have a manager, really. But looks like they've left them.
There's Clinton Aliadier.
First we've seen of him.
They've been talking the talk. They've been bigging up their talents all day.
They have, and it'll be interesting to see how they react now. 2-0 down.
Well, yeah,
within a couple of minutes.
Because the Scorps can do this now for the remaining 12 minutes, 13 minutes.
Exactly.
They need goals. Aliadier, there's the angle for his first shot. Lauren is in there. Attack that well.
I think they've woken up now a little bit. The competitiveness is kicking in.
Watch the birdie. There he is. And Aliadier.
Good save from Hassan there.
I'm leaning toward the fact that he's been their most influential player.
Definitely,
actually.
Yeah. I feel
if
like
you consider his overall, what he's given to the game. Overall, there goes another amazing little run by Harry.
Harry scored 2 goals now. Harry's on flames.
Here it comes again. A striker called Harry. Who'd have thought it?
Great feat from him, to be fair.
It's a
great finish. Even Clinton Morrison there with a wry smile. He's probably thinking, well, we've got Paddy Kenny in goal.
I was going to say they're going to send over a reserve. Look, they're going to have to...
they've got subs, of course. They've got
they're going to have to get the real talent on in a minute.
I think they'll have to, because it seems like Scorpions don't look too bothered here. 3-0 up as well.
Here they come again. Hassan's going in, and this time
Kenny
gets down.
Overhead height, and he's in the box. I don't think this is going to count.
He's in the box. He's in the box.
And he's overhead height as well.
He's going to argue.
Clinton Morrison on top form today.
Well, the Scorps are loving this, and 7, that was Anwar.
But they've got the gaffer on, they've got the manager on.
I was going to say, it does look like a manager. That is Anwar. I can tell you.
They've got the manager on, I love that. Incredibles from Scorpions here. They brought the manager on, look at him.
There he is. He's been polishing up the tricks. There is... Can't
imagine that. They're taking the mick, aren't they? They're bringing the manager
They are
on.
here at the moment. Here.
Boss level team really need to start.
And here, thought he was going to shoot them, maybe should have done. Here's the boss. We'll just call him boss.
Yeah, he's bossing the boss team. Oh, Gallas, a good save there from Hassan again.
Easy for Hassan, you got to say.
From Morrison. Can't finish.
And there again, that's what he's been brilliant at, is that distribution, seeing a chance, seeing an opening very early and delivering an accurate throw.
Yeah, he's been very good today, Hassan. Like you said, I think he's been the most influential player for Scorpions. He is the captain as well, so leader.
And now here, natural leader. Here they're going to get, oh, lovely.
He's toying with Aliadier there. He's putting out all the skills. It's a bit of a repeat of the final, isn't it? You know, they've been comfortable since going a couple of goals up. I feel like the Boston team really need to up their game, or maybe get Naz and Olivia on and some fresh legs.
There's Aliadier. A little bit rusty. Only ever scored 1 Premier League goal for Arsenal, believe it or not. And it was 21 years ago. I wonder if he remembers it. Was it a 5-2 winner over West Bromwich Albion?
because I think was it when he was like 18 or something. Or 17?
Yeah, he was. He was a youth prodigy. I saw him playing with the French under, well, it's the under-20s team down in Toulon in the south of France, and everybody was raving about him. Everybody thought he was going to have a huge career. And now Olivia Weedle is in. If they give her the ball, she can create a little bit of magic, I'm sure.
And Naz has come on as well. So it looks like they've kept Gallas and Lorraine at the back, and Olivia and Naz as the attackers.
Right, here is Lauren into Naz. A little bit of Love Island magic, but not this time.
Not this time around. There's no love or magic.
Here's the
incredible.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, Lauren wasn't having any of that.
Love it.
And showed him what was going to happen if he continued to take the rise out of him.
They're really taking the mick now, aren't they? They're getting the manager to do. Oh,
there's a chance.
Big save there.
What an opportunity for Naz.
Should be scoring from there, I believe.
Should be scoring for them. Here's a big moment. No, down at the other end, it is the boss.
Oh, he's done a back heel. He's really putting it on a show today. He's probably been waiting for this all day to get a chance to step on the pitch.
He's been waiting for this all his life.
Yeah, all his life. Not just today. Can Naz get this boss level team back in the game?
Well, they need to try and find her. Lauren makes a little step over. Olivia Weedle is going to pick up the ball. There she is. That's a lovely ball. That is the best pass they've made all day. And there's well, I thought that was going to be one back.
You can see, though, with the two new subs, they're really now...
Oh, Mass, what is this?
You know,
he's shown Ali Adier how to do it.
Exactly. He actually used to play for Fulham at youth level now.
He did.
Yeah, and he's actually had some experience with some high-quality teams at youth level. But
and there he is again.
He ended up choosing the Villa instead of the professional life of football.
What a choice.
I know. It wasn't Aston Villa, it was the Love Island Villa.
I thought he meant he'd gone down the Villa.
Oh, good strike, but easy there for Paddy Kenny. I think it's key now, boss level team, to get a goal now, because otherwise this game can really get away from it.
Oh, that is very, very well placed.
Is that Loren?
Yeah, Lauren's goal.
3-1. Could this spark a comeback? A famous night in Istanbul for Liverpool.
Could it go? Could they drag it back? Could we have penalty kicks?
Good finish there. Here we go. Oh, there's a big chance for Naz.
And they're in again. Naz has looked really impressive, I've got to say. There goes Harry again. Oh, he's unlucky.
Paddy Kenny was not saving that one.
He was a way away.
Sure. He was a long way away from that.
Well, the sun has belatedly made an appearance here in Lichfield, just outside of Birmingham. And this is Hassan. Then it goes to Naz.
I feel like Lauren's really come into his own now.
Lauren is the player. He's woken up.
He's woken up.
That was Weedle.
If they can get the ball to Naz and Lorraine, I think they've got a chance here to come back into the game.
They've got 5 minutes left here. This is the ultimate day, isn't it, really? If you're a fan, you've come here, you've won the inaugural five-a-side championship, national championship.
Yeah,
taking a huge check away with you, and you've beaten a load of Premier League legends of yesterday, obviously.
Yeah, can't get any better than that, really, can it? Here's Olivia.
She'll see an angle. There is, and the little reverse ball. Naz has it again. I'd love to see her try and place. I think she was going, yeah.
She's got great vision. The passing range she's got is brilliant. She's picked out Naz and Gallas a few times here.
Well, Lauren is getting a little bit agitated with the lack of movement in front of him. There is Naz. Here's Olivia Weedle's going to have a go.
Good strike.
Gallas. William Gallas. Naz gives it away. Chance to wrap it up here, surely, for Hassan.
Yeah, Hassan has made it 4. And Scorpions are really not giving up here. They're not laying down for the boss level team here.
Here it is again, good finish, capitalise on the error and take full advantage, rub their nose right in it here.
To be fair, when I spoke to Scorpions before the game, they predicted 3-1 that they'd win.
Oh, did they?
They predicted 3-1, so they're actually one better. They said they'll let the boss level team score as well, just to feel sorry for them. So they're doing that. They're sticking to their word.
Gallas has got to come off.
Lorenz is not coming off. He's playing the whole game here, which I respect.
They've lost the ball. Back in play from Hassan into Dylan.
A very heavy-handed challenge there from Clinton Morrison.
Clinton, that is a bit, and the referee's not having any of that. You might have been a pro, son. You might have played. You might have played for
Some
Palace
from the referee there.
and Birmingham and Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday, and he's off.
And
He's in the sin bin, and he's not having it. He's not going.
He's doing a Kepa versus in the League Cup final with
I'm
Maurizio
not going to let my team be embarrassed. Here he is, Morrison into Ali Adier. Ali Adier.
Looks like that looked like overhead height, but they've let it play on. Can he pick out Naz here on the left-hand side?
Yeah, Naz again taking up some good positions. Here he is.
Good touch.
Opportunity is there, but closed down by Dylan.
What a finish that was.
What a finish.
What a finish. We haven't seen many examples of that. And have you seen the same 15 minutes for this game?
Yeah, let's have another look. Here's the goal. Watch the volley.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You don't lose it, do you?
No, you don't. And that was a good indication of that.
Great finish there from earlier. They've got, what, 2 minutes now to score 2 goals.
That's been done before. And the boss remains in play. And so too.
I think he's giving it, the referee's giving him the handball there.
Again, they're insisting on a bit of discussion, but the decision has been made.
Do you know what I would like to see, Tim? A few more skills from Scorpions, I think.
I thought you were going to say a few more skills from these pro boys.
No. From Scorpions, I feel like they could have.
Oh, they're in.
4-3.
Is it going to be 4-3?
He's missed it.
Still in play. Ali Adia's waiting.
Good finish there from Moran, and it's 4-3.
He's got all 3.
It's not a hat-trick, is he?
Yeah. No, he's got 2. Ali Adia got 1.
Yes, of course, yeah. Yeah, good volley from Ali Adia there. 4-3, what a great game you've had here.
They got a minute left here. Are the Scorpions going to let it slip?
4-1.
In the final moments here, and there's a chance. And the follow-up is in by Harry.
Harry's got, can that be his hat-trick as well, or was that his second as well?
No, it's his, I think this is first.
Oh, okay.
It might be his second.
Yeah, I think he scored 2.
Yeah, it's his second.
Yeah, he scored 2. Harry scored 2
Harry's got 2.
It was a good save initially from Kenny.
A goal scorer called Harry, who'd have believed it?
I know, yeah. Harry Kane. Although his surname's Harry L.
They're looking for maybe one more goal. And the boss is looking for one. And he's got one.
Amazing.
The boss against the boss.
The boss against the boss.
The boss has bossed the boss team.
Amazing moment there. 1-0 Church forever. I wonder if they were giving him a cut of the 20,000.
Well, I should think he is.
He scored that goal now, technically. He's a player, so he's got his 20 grand's worth there.
Well, the 15 minutes is up here.
They might, just for the fans' entertainment, let it go on for a few more minutes.
Well, maybe it's 20 minutes longer. Maybe there's
such
2
a
hours.
pace there. A good save there from the keeper. Oh,
Great little step over again. And here is Harry again.
Harry's turned it on.
His thirst isn't quenched yet. And they're still there.
Naz is not letting these.
Naz has got it away. To Morrison teeing it up.
Oh, 6-4.
Naz has got the goal.
And it's game over.
And that is it. Game over.
6-4.
It has been. What a day it's been for the Scorpions.
Incredible day for the Scorpions, and what a win that was. They went 3-0 up very early on, and then it was a very rusty start, I think, from the Bus Level team, to be kind, and they didn't really look into it. But then as the game grew, they brought on Olivia and Naz, and I think that raised the tempo a little bit, and they looked much better in that.
That's everybody's dream, isn't it? You've come out, you've won a huge amount of money, and you've just beaten. Some of these guys will be Arsenal fans and whatever, and you've just been playing against maybe one of your heroes.
Yeah, incredible day and an incredible moment as well. And seeing them all look at that at the end of the game, everyone shaking hands, and they've all had a good time. And
it's a fantastic end to what's been a really, really good day here.
Yeah.
Matt, you're off. Are you going to go and talk to them again?
Yes, I will. I'm going to be interviewing everyone now. So, Tim, it's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you back here next year.
Next year, we'll see you there. Thank you so much.
All right, mate.
Have a good one.
Take it easy. Well, the pictures of celebration, whilst there is obvious recriminations in the boss team's camp, as they wonder where indeed it all went wrong. But some good performance. I've got to say, Naz looks a player, doesn't he? A player that was on the books of Fulham as a youth team player a few years ago before deciding to give it up and go into the Love Island villa. And a few nice touches from Olivia Beadle down there as well. As I said, if you're not familiar with what she does as a football freestyler, then check out her contribution on TikTok, her videos on there, because they, hugely popular. 1-2 million views that they all accrue over time, and she does some amazing tricks. Lauren, who did well, didn't he, with 2 of the 3 goals. Well, 2-3 goals. There was one for Maz, one for Ali Adiyat. But what a day it has been for the Scorpions. Let's have a look. Should we have a look? Yeah, let's look back at some of the key moments of the game against the boss team. Team boss being introduced, and remember, these guys have just come out here and actually come off the back of a day of competition, and they were clearly well up for this still. And Harry had a game, didn't he? At the other end, there was Ali Adiyat. Very few chances. This was Harry going it. Watch this finish. Very, very impressive. Even he appealed, and he agreed, and he scored a few. And the boss. And here is Naz. When he came on, they certainly carried more threat going forward. There's... How beautifully put away was that by Lauren. Close. Again goes Harry. And the sun shining on the Scorpions here. He's suddenly the memories have come flooding back. He hasn't seen that many goals going past him for a good while. At the other end, Lauren again with the goals, and then Harry finishing it off before Naz getting his name on the score sheet again, and that'll please him. So real celebration time now. It's when the real party can begin And they can think about how they're going to be spending their £20,000 prize money. And I wonder how many of you out there watching this are sitting down thinking, right, this is going to be us next year. But again, full details, by the way, of how you can register your team for inclusion next year on the Ladbrokes website. And it really is worth getting involved in. Even if you don't make it to the finals, it's great fun to be playing in a competitive environment on great pitches and a well organised and a well run event. The trophy is coming out anytime soon. Here it is, the Ladbrokes Players' Cup, the runners-up prizes. Remember, the runners-up take home £5,000 as well. And here, does this look to you very similar to the old UEFA Cup? I've got to say, it does. It's got a bit of a UEFA Cup look to it, hasn't it? But whatever it is, it will be sitting proudly in the clubhouse, or wherever they get together, of the Scorpions. So we're just waiting for the trophy to be set up, or the and all of a sudden there are wild scenes on the field here. This is the Scorpions doing the dance of celebration, the dance of delight, all the way to picking up this trophy. They came through a really tricky semi-final. Remember, with that game against EBT, which eventually they won on penalty kicks. There is Maz down there, who's been sat alongside me this afternoon, getting in conversation with Clinton Morrison, looking to get a few words maybe out of Hassan, who's been such an integral part of this Scorpions team here today. And his contribution has been immense in the penalty shootout. Managed to not let the fact that he missed a penalty deflect him from his duty in saving the decisive penalty en route to getting into the final. Clinton Morrison there, all smiles. As we said, he's one of the game's really well-liked players. You never hear anybody with a bad word to say about him. Every time you see him, he's got a smile on his face. And anybody that managed to succeed at the top level for as long as he did, nearly 700 professional games, and the record that he had deserves a lot of respect. And the photographs of the boss team, and the message for them will be, you need to sharpen up, boys, for next year. It was too easy for the Scorpions in the end. So Clinton Morrison, Jeremy Aliadia, Lauren, William Gallas, Paddy Kenny, there's Maz in there, and Olivia Vidal. And we're just waiting for the trophy. Been a long time coming, but they will not mind soaking up and savouring the moment here. Well, they're hogging the spotlight, but the glory belongs to the boys in blue. He's still having a laugh, Clinton. So if you're just joining us, you're wondering where we are just outside Birmingham in Lichfield. of the inaugural Ladbrokes Players Trophy, which is going to be picked up very soon by the victorious team, the Scorpions. And the gallant losers in that boss game. And he had Yet in the background. Travelled as well, didn't he? Celtic, Wolves, Middlesbrough. Actually had his best goal-scoring career when he went back to France. Ended his career with Lorient. Finally managed to come good. And in deep conversation there with Paddy Kenny, who had that long and distinguished spell with Sheffield United, who enjoyed a great season this year, the Blades. So still no sign of the trophy. The Scorpions are getting ready to do the celebrating. Oh, we've got a guest. You thought it got all quiet. I was just waiting for Clinton Morrison to put on his headset. Clinton, I've got to ask you, you were embarrassed.
To be fair, what scoring again? Was it 6?
I don't know, they lost count. They'd scored so many. 6-4.
6-3, I think we got it down to like literally 4-3 and we came back, but they started off like a house on fire. I thought they were outstanding, to be fair.
I might hope if I turned your mic on.
Can you hear me now, everyone?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there you go. We needed to turn the mic on. I'm a bit sweaty, but nah, I thought they started off like a house on fire. You can see why they won the tournament. They've been outstanding. And they've got young, fresh legs.
Yeah.
Young, fresh legs. And listen, I've got people
yours
like...
were still moving quite
Yeah,
well.
I'm
I like
right.
a little bit of
the hips and
movement.
that.
You've still got it.
I've got people like William Gallas, Lauren, they're invincible. They've been there and done it, so it was good. We were always going to give them a chance. We can't beat them, can we?
I was totting up your take. You've done it. Is it 671 games you played?
I can't believe I've done that much.
671.
You know, one thing I'd say, I was quite fortunate enough. I didn't have a lot of injuries. So it helped me. It helped me massively. But no, it's an enjoyable day. I love always putting on the boots and you know, going out there and playing football. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good day. I enjoyed it.
You started your career at Tottenham, didn't you?
Yeah,
At
as a
Spurs.
schoolboy. It's a bit of a... You know what? Sometimes I always give advice to youngsters. I thought I was comfortable. I thought I was going to get a YTS scheme there. I took my foot off the pedal in the last year. And then I ended up getting released and then went to Palace, and the rest is history. But I've always got fond memories of Tottenham because I used to ball boy at White Hart Lane as well.
And because you went, and then that first season proper at Palace, you scored a dozen goals.
Yeah.
And all the Tottenham fans, well, that was me. So
Okay, yeah.
What did we get rid of him for?
To be fair, they did come back in for me, but by then I was already thought to myself, that is the process, and that's where I want to go. Crystal Palace, I think I've got more opportunity of obviously breaking through to the first team and managed to work
Tough
out.
team, Palace to beat.
Yeah, tough team,
all
good
the time.
team now. Yeah, the hard place to go, Sellers Park, and play football. But
Great supporters.
I do still support Tottenham.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I still support Tottenham.
Right.
Everyone knows that. I love Harry Kane. I hope he stays. And this season, I hope Tottenham can do well under
He's
the new
going to
manager.
stay this year.
Yeah, I
isn't
think he stays. And a good
he?
signing.
To beat Shearer's Premier League goal record.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
I know
More than
Al don't want him to beat it, but I can only see one man beating it, and that's Harry Kane. I think he could do that in the next couple of seasons.
And do you think Bayern Munich is a good club for Harry Kane if he decides to go there?
Yeah, definitely. It is a good club, Bayern Munich. They win everything. But yeah, it is a really good team. But
What do you think of Ange Postecoglou? Quickly,
very good signing.
good signing.
Good managing. Yep.
Presentations are happening. Let's go over there.
Can you? Oh, you lot do both.
part of the Ladbrokes Players Cup. So first and foremost, the full dance. The highest scorer is there. You can see, again, audio down a little bit for me, I'm going to be picking up Willie. Down just slightly. Right, so the winners in the full dance, they get a pair of tickets for one of the rounds of the World Championship darts. That has been won by Charlie and Charlie from Evo All-Stars. Who did you play with? Charlie and Jamie. So Charlie and Jamie, that's again my shoes about tech. We can write it down, it just stays. We've got the tech, it goes on, delete that just for a laugh. Right, so Charlie and Jamie, wherever you are, come and see Vicky over towards the front here. She'll take the details. That is a ticket each for a round of the World Championship darts, so well done. I haven't grabbed my hat-trick balls, can someone grab them? But let's deal with our first hat-trick heroes of the day here. So 5 individuals, no sorry, 6 we've got actually that we're giving away. So we're just going to find the footballs and then we'll announce them, we do have them. There we go, they're down here, someone keeping them safe at the front, good work security. So hat-trick heroes and Mitre Football on us. First up, from the Evo All-Stars, Richard, where are you? Richard, come to the front, grab your Mitre Football off of Adrian. Well done, good work. So he's just in the front here, Richard. So come and grab your football. Quick, quick. Also make your way to the front, please. Osman from DUA. Osman, are you there? Oz, DUA. You're one of our hat-trick heroes for the day. Come and see Adrian towards the front. Omar from Balma. Are you still around, Omar? Omar from Balma, if you're here, come and grab yourself a hat-trick ball, well done. Brandon from the Barrafield Bruisers. Brandon, good work, one of our first hat-tricks of the day. And then 2 from Forensics, we've got Tom and Luke. So boys, are you in attendance? Please come and see Adrian towards the front here. So just over there. So now, on to our top goal scorers across the competition. So, first up, it's a man who's coming back then. So, remember, each of these individuals wins a £50 soccer supplement voucher. So, again, just go and see Vicky in the front, you should take the detail. We've got Osman again from DUA. So, where are you, dude? Ozzy from DUA. Go and see that for your voucher details. We've got Richard from Evo All-Stars. Richard, go and see Natalie in the front for your details for that £50 voucher. And then, guys, there was a lot of players that scored 4 goals across today's competition. We've got all their names in the hat. And DJ Jamie Mann is going to pick up the over there. So I'll head over to her, in fact. So Jamie's been keeping the atmosphere going all day. So the first winner is... You can't read Adrian's writing. It's Luke from Forensics. So go and see Vicky, please. Well done, Luke. The next one she's picking out for the £50 soccer supplement voucher is Nick W from Balma B. So Nick, if you're still here, go and see Vicky. And the last one, Jeff from Balma B as well. So Jeff, if you're still with us, well done. Congratulations to all those guys who got their £50 voucher for soccer supplement there. Now, it's on to our big ones from the Budweiser draw. So do we have those tickets? Where are the tickets from the Budweiser draw? Are they in that bucket? Great stuff. Okay, so we've got one of our VIPs who's going to do the draw. It's going to be Mr. Paddy Kenny. He may not even know this himself yet, but round of applause, Paddy, as he makes his way to the front. So Paddy, we're going to draw out 4 names on this hat, not yet on there. First one, guys, is for a pair of tickets for the Emirates Stadium Hospitality. So you can pick any Premier League fixture at the Emirates Stadium. So you're going to do another visit there, if available. So Paddy Kenny, who's won those 2 tickets for Arsenal Hospitality? Let's see if we can read the handwriting.
Clinton Morrison.
Well done, Clint, good work. He's actually asking what it's for, like he entered something. Look at what? Yeah, Fabian. Is there a Fabian here? We've got his phone number anyway, so we're going to call him. So Fabian, is that from the Tones? Right, so Fabian, if you're telling the truth, well done, mate. Go over and see Vicky there. That's 2 tickets for the Emirates Hospitality. Oh, no, you get to pick the ticket. Go and see Vicky. So next up, Paddy Kenny, we have got 4 pairs of tickets to the O2 Arena. Any concert gig that you want to go to, again, it's available. Paddy Kenny, who's the first winner. Next to Morrison. That looks like Reese W. Reese W. Did you buy a Budweiser today, Reese? Are you from Toads as well? The only guys buy a Budweiser at well done, Reese W. Next up, Paddy Kenny. You can read that. Stuart Instro, are you still with us? Big Stu? You've got his phone number. So any 2 tickets for you at the O2 Arena, my man. Maybe one more. Yes. Georgia Robbins. Georgia, where are you? Georgia, well done. So again, one more. One podcast. Yeah, you want to go again? We've got another pair then.
Brendan Morrison.
Alright, so now let's play the last one. He's not going to do that, is he? He's drunk a lot of Budweiser, it was worth it. Who is it? Fabian again. There we go. So you've got 2 different gigs, mate. Right, you've got 2 different gigs you can go to now. Go to Arena. Round of applause for Paddy Kelly, everyone who's been doing that for So now, it's a guy I do actually need. Please welcome to the front, Mr. Clinton Morrison. Where are you coming from? You've got some work. So of course, I did mention, guys, that without you, we don't have a tournament. But also, we don't have a tournament without the fantastic referees and officials that have been here today. Hey, look at my guy. Right, so yeah, we just want to say thank you to our referees as well. We've got a little something for them. So refs, please make your way over. Mr. Clinton Morrison is going to say a big thank you on behalf of Ladbrokes. Hang on, and then we've got 2 left. We've got 3 left. Right, we're just going to have a little picture from our officials as part of our promotion. So a big round of applause for Clinton as well. Thanks for that, Clint. As I said, without these guys, we don't have a tournament. The patience of saints, literally. It took a lot of us on the play today, but also across the tournament. So now, back to our VIPs. I'd like to welcome up to the front, Mr. Invincible himself. Give it up for Lauren. So Lauren is just going to help us out now as we show our appreciation for some great competitors that take part. They are our runners-up across the day, representing the city of Glasgow. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the Barrowfield Bruisers. Okay, boys, if we can just step up onto the stage for us. I know it wasn't quite the big one, but you got yourself a trophy. There are still some severe bragging rights making it all the way to the final. And of course, between you, you've got that cheque for £5,000. So let's have that into it all. Ladies and gentlemen of Birmingham, please show your appreciation to the Barrowfield Bruisers! Our runners up here at the Ladbrokes Players Cup. Thanks, boys. And a big round of applause and a thank you for Lauren for helping us out there. And now the others are sitting there going, oh God, I've got to do some more work. Big round of applause and welcome to Mr. William Gallas. He's coming over now. Okay, so let me ask real quick first. Mr. Gallas, were you impressed with them, our winners overall, when you went toe-to-toe?
Not really.
You let them win just for the people out there, right? There we go. Did they throw the game? We don't know. But I tell you what, their manager, it's a moment that's very much going to live in his life. I know a few of them were Arsenal fans out there as well, so they love the occasion. So thanks for that, our VIPs, our boss team. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, a big round of applause now for our Ladbrokes Players Cup champions. It is the Scorpions! In a moment, we're going to do your money shot. Team, pay attention. It's going to be straight down the camera lens in front of us. Oh, this camera here, right? This camera lens straight down here. I just want to say a big congratulations. You can see it there, guys. They've got it. That cheque for £20,000. Give it up. Make some noise. Big celebrations from you guys in the back as well. It's our Ladbrokes Players Cup champions for 2023, the Scorpions! Congratulations to the Scorpions. Boys, are you going to be back to defend your crown next year? We will see you, okay, but thank you to all of our teams that have taken part across the day and all of our regions, London, Birmingham, Manchester and Glasgow. As I said, guys, spread the word. Let's see your faces back here next year. Maybe a couple of different teams in the final, who knows? It could be you, lifting the trophy, taking home that big boy cheque. But thank you so much. Enjoy your Saturday evening. And don't forget, round of applause for these boys. They beat the boss team and landed you lot £500 each. So round of applause for them. Have a great night, people. We'll see you next year.
Let's work.
realize she ain't never talking lies. She just being honest. The one I think I'm right, need to see it now. Guess I tend to lose sight, disagreeing now.
That's why sometimes need to be alone. Have me feeling like I'm willing you my knee